Yo, what's up? We're now sitting in the Kia e-Niro, and but that's not relevant today. What I want to talk about is how to put this. Yet another story that might make EVs look bad, but I made this video to show you that you can present information and you can use an EV in the wrong way, and then it might look like an EV or the charging network is worse than it actually really is. Okay, something like that. So let me show you here the case. We have again TV2 Brom, source for information for many Norwegians, unfortunately. And I have to translate this to English so you guys can understand. So excuse me, there might be some weird translations here, but something about, the electric car. Why you guys recognize this car? It's a Peugeot E2008. Is this the same one I borrowed? Okay. We see it went okay, the electric car, well, the EV, the trip went well or something, but the charging network was basically completely disaster. That's what it was. And you see, we went on a long trip that went really long. That's what they claim. And I was thinking, hey, wait a minute, where did they go? And then when you start reading here, you see, okay, yeah, you guys can read this. I will link it. I guess you can read it, translate it to your language. They talk a little bit about the E2008, and yeah, so they started. Well, you see, the trip started from Drammen, and then they wanted to go to Bryne. And this guy, the author here is Frank Williksen. It's not the first time he's been driving EV. Let me remind you a case here last year. I also made a video about it. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. The claim here was that it's 6 times more expensive to drive EV than diesel. But you guys remember that case? They slow charge. They used the wrong. Frank, he basically did all the mistakes. Use SMS to pay, which is expensive. He charged with a cold battery, so it was very slow, and it was minutes priced on Fortum. And so the whole case there, you can watch that video also if you're interested in it. But this one, the journalist here who reviewed this car and came with a claim, it's in my opinion a wrong claim, because many people, they don't do this. Many people who own EV and Ioniq, they understand that you're not supposed to do it like this. They have a charging chip that you get from Elbilforeningen, and they can order one from Fortum, so they don't have to pay the high price. But okay, I'm going to come back to that. But just let me remind you who is the journalist here in this case. So it's not the first time he's been driving EV, but somehow I feel like he's almost playing like it was the first time he was driving an EV. But anyway, so you can read more about this. So what I'm going to do is I will plot his route roughly. He said that he started from Drammen and that he was going to Bryne. You see here we use a better route planner, and I have to check my settings. What car? e-Niro. Okay. I have to select the car here. So it was a Peugeot E2008. Let me just show you everything here. Okay, and also let me see. What about other settings? I don't know how fast he was driving, but let's say, it's 207. Really, that thirsty? Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds right. Okay, speed. Let me see. Let's assume that he was actually driving in the speed limit. So say 100 here. All right. And a better route planner, it's not some ninja advanced tool that only nerds know. No. If you go on Facebook, search for ABRP or a better route planner, in every group, everyone is talking about this. Everyone refers to a better route planner. Every time someone says, hey, I want to drive from Drammen to Bryne with my E2008, for example, given example, where do I charge? How long do I charge? People say, a better route planner. It's so good. I also tested a better route planner. It's really, really accurate. It's almost ridiculous how accurate it is. But see here, okay. So we see here that we have some suggestions. Let's go back now to what Frank did. So he started from Drammen with 96%. Okay, I can also input that here. We can say that we start with 96%. Now I don't know the day because I have premium, so it will Now, will it recalculate? I have premium, so it will take today's weather. So it might have been worse weather the day he drove, but okay, anyway, let's go back now. You see it changed a little bit. And then, okay, so he went to charge at Høydalsmo. And he says that the range left was 90 kilometers and the one CCS charging column was free. I did some research beforehand and I checked out what it was. What you guys probably don't know is that Høydalsmo is right over here. Oh, I have a mouse. I forgot I have brought the mouse here. Høydalsmo has Ionity. And the E2008 can peak at 100 kilowatt for a little while, and then it stays at 75 kilowatt for a long time. And we have Ionity here. But Frank didn't use the Ionity. No, he used this one, which is 150 kilowatt fast charger. And I had to figure out who owns this one. It's not Fortum, it's not Grønn Kontakt. It's actually one of the old ones from Circle K, I believe. So I haven't double checked it, but that's the only explanation I have because I checked all my charging stuff. But okay, anyway, why did it charge there when the Ionity was right next to it? You know? Was it because it's expensive? No, I don't think so, but okay, so what did he do then? So he charged there, okay, and he says that after 53 minutes, so, yeah, so he charged until 97%, and I mean, okay, so why? Why? Because the charging goes pretty fast up until 75% on the E2008, and then it goes really slow. So again, like I mentioned, you know, Frank, he's driving an EV as if he has never driven an EV before, but let me remind you that it's not the first time he drove an EV. And this is not how EV driver does it. They don't charge 97%. They know the car will, actually the car will not tell you how fast it is charging, but you can see that it goes really slow, and you should know this. And also not only that, but I bet the route planner will suggest that you don't charge to 100%. Actually, let me see. But the route planner wants you to charge here. Okay, let me just go back to the list here. Yeah, so but the route planner wants you to stop at Burger King, Notodden. And why? Because Burger King Notodden has 150 kilowatt fast charger from Grønn Kontakt. So I bet the route planner figures out that you only need to top up 10 minutes there. Let's see now. You start from Drammen, okay, you top up 10 minutes there. And then you're good to go. So no need to around and charge 97% like he did. And then okay, and then he went driving, and there was good weather over Skula, okay, and then but then because I don't know why he charged it, but more information here. Something about, okay, he wanted to try to reach a destination, something, but Sirdal, Sinnes. Okay, so he went to Sinnes. Supposedly it was very dramatic. He barely made it there with low state of charge or something. So let me show you Sinnes where he charged then. So he drove over here. I'm not sure which route, if he took that one over here or this one, because this main road here is slightly better. And then you go to Åmot here, where there's also a supercharger, or you can take the more twisty road here. So I don't know which one, but he said that he took the shortest route, so maybe he took this one. Doesn't matter too much, but the route planner suggests that you charge at Valle for 40 minutes. It's a Fortum charger there, and I will come back to that one. But because he charged so much, then he managed to drive all the way to Sinnes here. Sinnes. This one is BKK charger, 2 of them. And the problem with Sinnes is that there's nothing there, really. Okay, this map is not very good, but it's just no man's land, and it's closed. And let me show you again what he did. Okay, yeah, here he came. No, yeah, that's what it's saying. You know, he was there in the dark, in the pouring rain and wind, no gas station. I mean, no open gas station, no cafe, nothing, really, nothing to do. What do you do then? You wait and wait and wait. But also he complained that when he went there, Joke Sinnes, this was BKK, and he didn't have, he wanted to try to pay with SMS like he always does, even though in this case here, he contacted Fortum, and I think Fortum also, he contacted Fortum, and they, Stian Mathisen from Fortum, he also replied, and something about, yeah, pay per minute, and I don't know if they have any. Fortum should have told them that, yeah, something about, you know, when you pay with SMS, it is expensive, and they probably recommend you to get the app or get RFID, and apparently he didn't do that for the next trip 1 year later. So, and also BKK is not that big in Norway, but it's fairly big. It's the third biggest charging network. We have Fortum, the biggest one, Grønn Kontakt, second largest, and BKK. So it's still fairly big around there. And not having any preparations for BKK is a little bit noobish, because many people, they at least get the app. And so he had to register a user and so on, and he kind of made it more dramatic than it was, because he had to do this, yeah, he had to do this in the rain, in the wind, while he was setting up BKK account so he can charge, because BKK doesn't allow you to charge on SMS. But why did he have to do it like that? You can just go inside your nice warm car and set up the user, you know, before. So like I said, you know, nobody stands out in the rain doing that shit, so it's just over dramatic, everything. But anyway, okay, and then what did he do? Okay, and then he was waiting and waiting and waiting, half an hour until 76% and 170 kilometers of range. But then Bryne was 90 kilometers away. But one thing that it's not very visible here, but Sinnes is at higher elevation. Bryne is almost at sea level. But okay, you don't have to be a ninja and know all this. But what you can do, for example, if I do this and I add the waypoint, and then I let a better route planner recalculate, then a better route planner will choose that one as a charging stop instead. And you see now it changes. Now it wants you to charge at Ionity for 24 minutes. And it even says here, it will cost you 15 euros. Okay, it's kind of pricey, but not as pricey as the way he did it, which is to charge slow until almost 100% and use SMS. And then you see that at Sinnes, a better route planner tells you that you only need 41%. And then you will arrive at 10%, because the distance from Sinnes to Bryne is only 88 kilometers with downhill. Okay, the weather could be different that day, but still, it won't change that much. It will just be plus minus a few percent on a short stretch like this. So why did he charge to 76% and not 40% or even 50% if he wanted to make it better, you know? And then he was only sitting on 50 kilowatt fast charger. He didn't use high power charger on the trip to Bryne. So why? Okay, one explanation might be that, well, he didn't want to arrive there with 10% in the evening, because the next day he needs to charge up. I mean, he needs to drive around, because he also said that in the following day, you know, he was just driving around a little bit. But what he should have known, again, is that, maybe I think I have to check something here. Bryne. We don't know which hotel he stayed at, but when you look here, you see that Bryne has 2 hotels only, Hotel Jæren and Bryne Kro Hotel. So I don't know where else he stayed, if it was actually in Bryne or somewhere outside of Bryne. But if we assume that it was one of those places, you will see that according to PlugShare, if you go here, it's easy to see here. Okay, plenty of files. That's also a thing. He said that the charging network was bad. It was almost abysmal. But you see here, that route that he drove is bombarded by fast chargers. So his claim is actually a direct lie, that it's bad. It's just bad user. That's what my claim is. Yeah, sorry for being very direct here, but this case just needs further explanation. And then, okay, so here, okay, we can see it here. Bryne Kro Hotel. Bryne, that's the first hotel. That's the second hotel. We have Fortum here at Shell. And they have 4 times 150 kilowatt fast charger, or 50. So he could have gone to the hotel. I mean, he could not park his car there, check it in the hotel, just go around for 10 minutes, and the car would have charged to enough so he can drive around. Or if he wants to go here, this is BKK. but I don't think this one is a high power charger. But this one here, Shell here, great. He wanted a coffee, you can just get the coffee while you wait for 10 minutes. 10-15 minutes is enough over here. You will most likely get, okay, maybe not 100 kilowatt, but 75 kilowatt should be realistic to get around here. And then you can just, yeah, I don't know. So you get my idea, you know. Just requires a little bit more planning. That the way he did it was almost like purposely trying to make it as slow as possible, charge way more than you need for no reason and everything. So, and then next day, yeah, then he mentioned that yeah, in the Bjørn, yeah, he had to drive around a little bit. That's why. And then he I don't know, Vikeså. So I'm not sure what he did. It's not too detailed what he did, but anyway. Then we talk about the return trip. So, oh, okay. But I should also mention here that a little bit back and forth. Sorry, I would not want to read everything, but he went to Vikeså, and you guys know. Okay, let me just show you here. Vikeså is maybe it's better to show you in PlugShare. Let me use PlugShare. Yeah, okay. Let's go there. Vikeså. Okay. All right. For you guys who don't know, I've been driving around Norway a lot. And also the stretch to Bergen here, and then I used to take Oslo, but you can almost not see the map because it's bombarded by fast chargers. But I used to drive a lot to Bergen, and then to Stavanger, and then take the southern route here to Oslo. So I know E39, E18 very well. And he went to Vikeså. All right, fair enough. Let me see now. What did he say about Vikeså? One complaint he has that I agree with is that the fast chargers, many fast chargers are not very well, there's not enough signs pointing towards the fast chargers. So many times you are trying to look for it and then you can't find it or something, whereas gas stations, they usually have signs pointing towards them. This might just be a political reason why Norway doesn't want to have signs pointing towards fast chargers. But anyway, so he came to Vikeså, and he said that this is something where somewhat weird. He said that one Vikeså column was busy, so I put the charging socket on the other one, and then he used SMS, yeah, with grønn kontakt. But then unfortunately it was bad with electricity. So what he did was that one person was charging at let me go here. This is better to show you what happened. So his first complaint was that it was hard to spot the fast charger. Well, is it really? Because if you are here, this is E39, the main road. Okay, so you drive down here, you see Circle K, easy to spot, right? And then you see this sign, grønn kontakt. You know, it's not the first time he's been driving EV. You should recognize this sign, grønn kontakt. Also, EV charging stations, they are usually marked green or some shit there. And you have Tesla supercharger right here. So if you can't spot that one, then maybe you have to go to Specsavers. But not only that, but over here we have 50 kilowatt fast charger. He plugged it in one that was already occupied. I think it must have been a Leaf or something charging on it. And that means that, of course, you can't charge on the other CCS. So he was waiting for the other one to be available. And also, I guess he didn't say, but there are two of these fast chargers. Let me see. I think we can see it if I go. Sorry, I'll go a little bit back and forth. I'll just show you all the. Okay, get in contact here. You can see it here that we have two fast chargers. So it must be that one was. There's a picture here also. Maybe one was occupied. Yeah, actually, it's something like this. You know, a Leaf will be charging. He comes there, uses the CCS. He gets the message. You can't charge simultaneously. The other one must have been unavailable, or I'm not sure really, because he didn't mention it. Would it be awkward or weird if he actually this one was available, but for some reason he wanted to use that one? But okay, whatever. I don't know what happened. He hasn't documented it that well, but he also complained that, you know, he had to wait 20 minutes before. Yeah, he had to wait 20 minutes before the power was available and he could start charging. All right. But didn't he do his homework? Because you see over here, just 200 meters down the road, here we have Fortum fast chargers. This is a wrong picture. Hey, someone needs to fix that. This is one. Fortum, they have two fast chargers here, 50 kilowatt. Just walk away. He could have gone there instead. He didn't have to go around for 20 minutes over there. Just drive over there, and oh, it's hard to see it from the road because it should be it should be better marked, right? Here's E39. You come over here, you drive here, and then you see what it does. Ah, that is the Fortum, the Elektrotankstelle. Yeah. so why did he waste 20 minutes there? Couldn't go. Okay, let me just stop ranting here. All right. Okay. Yeah. I think it was somewhat hard to understand the whole story and the timeline, but I think it was the whole Vikeso thing is that I think he wasn't on his way home. It was just he was probably just driving around a little bit between Bryne and Vikeso and something around here. And then he started his return trip, and then he started. He mentioned that he went to Maxi Center in Sandnes, and this is the one I don't know too much about, but it has high power chargers, and he said that it didn't work. Many times, he mentioned that he plugged in somewhere, and then it didn't work, or the first one didn't work, but the second one worked, and he had the same problem here. He went there and he tried the high power charger and it didn't work, and then he tried a couple of them, but eventually he had to go for the 50 kilowatt. And this one, okay, I'm not blaming him because I think the Peugeot 2008 might have problems with handshake with the thick cables. I mentioned it before, the thick cables requires some pressure on it while you're doing the handshake, otherwise it will fail, and he doesn't know about it. That one I don't blame him. You have to be more semi-expert user to know it. But what I find weird is that he spent 20 minutes trying to start charging there. That sounds weird because if it was me or someone else, they wouldn't spend more than about 5-10, maybe top 10 minutes. They try the first one, it doesn't work, okay. Second one doesn't work, but you don't spend 20 minutes trying to charge. You spend 5 to 10 minutes. So this is weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna say other words, but okay. So that's what he did, and he charged up there. I don't know how much, but he probably charged a lot. My guess is that he charged 90% or something. I don't think he mentioned how long or how high he charged. And then he started driving the trip from here, from Bryne. But this time, on the way back, he went the southern route here via Kristiansand, which is actually better in a way because it has lots of high power chargers. But okay, then he mentioned that 11 kilometers before Kristiansand center, downtown, he found something at YX station, and then he says that none of them were busy. Okay, that's fine, but the first one I connected was obviously defective. So why does he get all these troubles all the time? One explanation might be that he plugs in first. That's what I've seen many people do. They plug it in first, and then they start fiddling around with the phone, doing SMS, and then they read the instructions, and then they do some more, and then, okay, which number is it? So I've seen people spend a lot of time trying to start charging. And the problem is that it times out. It's the charging session times out. So even when he sends a successful start command to the charger, it will fail to initiate. It will fail to even start handshaking, and then you get some weird error code or whatever on the charger, and then it could look like it's defective. So if he used RFID or used the app, he will most likely be able to start way faster before it times out. So anyway, and I know that location, it's Kiwi Brennåsen. So let me see if you see here, Fortum. Yeah, so it's this one. I've been there many times, so I know. And also, I also checked the status on Fortum, and none of them are marked as defective. So if they were, you would see it there. So that's why I'm suggesting that maybe he messed around and made it time out. And then, okay. And then what did he do? Okay, well, there was, yeah, so, YX station. So he charged there for 43 minutes, and he charged to 87%. And, okay, he probably doesn't know it, and many new users don't know it, but the E2008 will charge fairly fast, will get around 45 kilowatt all the way to 75%. Past 75%, it drops to around 30-35 kilowatt, and then also towards the end around 22 kilowatt. So it's waste of time, waste of money, because Fortum, they have a pure minute pricing. So the slower you charge, the more you pay per kilowatt hour. So I don't know why he charged to 87% and why he chose to spend 43 minutes there, because this is not optimal charging stop. And then let me just explain now what he did. And then he went E18, okay, and then he said that he was driving really slow, and that's also another mistake they do. Maybe it's intentional, but they try to save energy to avoid charging too much or something. But in reality, this car charges so fast. You want to drive fast. You want to drive 130 kilometers per hour. Okay, maybe at least 110, 120 kilometers per hour to arrive faster, but also to build up slightly more heat in the battery. So he did the opposite that he should do. So maybe it was just to try to show that EVs are shitty and they can only drive slow on the highway or something. I don't know really. But he mentioned that he passed some places here, lost his crew. Okay, lost his crew is okay. And then he stopped at Torp. And then something about, yeah, it was red. So he was really low when he reached Torp. And then again, another 40 minutes went by to 77%. And then he went home, and it was almost midnight until we reached home. Okay, let me show you on the map what he did. So the day there he started, I don't know where he started, maybe he started from Bryne again or something, where he went to Maxi, yeah. But anyway, he went to Maxi to juice up, and then the first charging stop for him was, he drove actually quite far, until here, Kiwi Brennåsen, yeah, and he charged there. Right, it's loading a little bit slow because my laptop is outside my house. But why did he charge there? Because if he used a better route planner, I'm not going to do it now because I have to highlight several places here. Wow, it's really slow. Sorry for that. But okay, I don't think I need to. But already here, Circle K Sira has Ionity. He could have charged there. Okay, it's expensive, all right, you don't want to charge at Ionity, fine. At Lyngdal, Grønn Kontakt, look at, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Grønn Kontakt, they have 9 charging stalls, high power chargers in Lyngdal. Come on, load. In Lyngdal, he could have charged there way faster. And then you can skip all this stuff. And then in Kristiansand, again, you have also here downtown, okay, it's slightly off the highway, but then you can get a coffee or something. Grønn Kontakt here also has high power charger. Well, this is 120 kilowatt, but it's good enough because the car only supports 100 anyway. 2 of those, okay. So why did he charge at Brennåsen for too long? I don't know. And then Lillesand, okay, again, you guys know it, Ionity, Lillesand, he could have charged there way faster. Oh, sorry, shit, it's loading too slow. Oh, okay, we have that. So Ionity, I think it was 8 of those or something. Yeah, 8 here, yeah, we see 8. And then on the other side, if he doesn't want to use Ionity, you can go to the other side. But this is Eon, slightly cheaper, still kind of pricey, but you have also 4 of those on that side. He could have used one of those, but he didn't. And then just keeps going, okay, just go over here, Arendal, all right, nothing there, nothing to see, Tvedestrand, no, he can go pretty far after that one. And the next possible for him is here, Bamble, the new Circle K station. Circle K Bamble. It has, how many is this? 8 or some shit? Yeah, lots of high power chargers right by the highway. Nice Circle K station. You can get a coffee, get some cookies or something there instead of driving around like he did. And then next possible high power charger here, Ringdalsskogen. So Ionity. What? No, that is Circle K. Okay, Ionity here. You can also go here and charge there if you want, but he didn't charge there. He charged at Torp. Okay, let me show you Torp. What did he do at Torp? He charged here, Fortum. Okay, here, Fortum. He went there. Let me see. Can I show you some street? Oh, I can show you street view. Great. I need to show you here. Here's a nice Fortum fast charging location with only 50 kilowatt fast charger. But if he went 100 meters down the road, he would find Grønn Kontakt. And this is an old picture. But if I show you here, no, what the heck happened? what's wrong with the route planner? It's so buggy sometimes. Okay, but anyway, we're going to go back there. He went here to Fortum. No, it zooms out. Don't zoom out. Don't do that. He went there to Fortum with only 50 kilowatt fast charger, and then complained that another 40 minutes there. Well, Grønn Kontakt right there, a stone throw away, has high power chargers. Why didn't you use them? Huh? And then and then why did he have to charge that long? Because it's actually more optimal if he want to rush it and he want to save money. You shouldn't charge that long. I don't know how many percent he charged you, he didn't say, but he could have charged for only 10-15 minutes and then stop once more here at Grelland. You have Circle K with 150 kilowatt fast chargers, and you have Grønn Kontakt with a shitload of Grønn Kontakt with a shitload of high power chargers also. He could have done that one instead if he really want to save money and rush it, because in the end what he also complained about is that the price for charging was over 1,000 NOK, and then he started comparing it with fossil, and that it would take 6 minutes to tank, and that he wasted so much time charging. I think he also mentioned how long. Yeah, he said that he spent 4 hours. And okay, he spent 4 hours charging, and then if you look at a better route planner, I think I still have that route, right? Yeah, here. Okay, you see here, a better route planner suggests that you only need to charge 50 minutes on the way there, and then of course whatever happens there, you might have to locally charge there the days you are spending. But then on the way back, okay, I'm not gonna do the whole navigation back. Wait, can I? Actually, let's do something like this. Okay, let me do it quickly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is not that one, delete that one. Let's just say we want you to drive via this one, add this one as a waypoint. No, what the? Huh? Yeah, okay. Sorry for the bug here. Okay, now, so it was 50-minute charging on the way there, and then on the way back, you see the route here. I'm not joking with you. I'm not lying anything. 1 hour and 5 minutes. So let's say we round it up to 2 hours. So he only needed to charge for 2 hours. And why did he charge for 4 hours? Who knows? Ask Lord Elon Musk why he charged for 4 hours instead of 2 hours. And then, of course, and also a better route planner knows about the high power chargers. And if you don't want Ionity, you can even just do this and you say never use this network. Okay, and then a better route planner will tell you, okay, then you can go to Grønn Kontakt or somewhere else. Then you see this one still takes 1 hour and 3 minutes, just chooses slightly different chargers. So what should I say about this? And this is not the first time some motoring journalist makes EVs look bad. There was also a case from Sweden as Technical or something. There's some Swedish magazine compared an I-Pace going on a long Europe trip, only using expensive Ionity chargings versus a Volvo or something, and then the Volvo was cheaper than I-Pace charging on Ionity without any Ionity deals, So the list just goes on and on about people trying to make EVs look bad, but I almost laugh at it because they do obvious mistakes that I can see, but many people can't see them because many people don't understand how EVs work. And a big news authority like TV2, it's big. They have a TV channel also, and they have the news site. And many people who don't know about EVs, they will blindly listen to these guys. And my video is to tell you guys that don't listen to these guys because they obviously don't know what they are talking about. So unfortunately for them, I live in Norway and I will fight against this bullshit. So okay, shit, my video just got demonetized now. But yeah, so I don't know what you guys think, huh? What should we say about this? Do you believe them? Have you heard about people who say that, but the EVs are crap, or this charging network is shit, or it fails all the time, or it's more expensive to drive EV than diesel? No, it isn't. Especially, okay, not in Norway, but also in many other countries. No, it's way cheaper to drive electric than diesel. So I think I'm gonna stop my rant here. So yes, as usual, thank you guys for. Okay, let me try again. Okay, so anyway, I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.